And let's see. Is he still playing? Oh, look, he's still playing.
Yes, I am. I have to force quit. Again, I don't know why this game is particularly bad. It never happened before until... I don't know. There's something that they did in the update. I don't have that any of know of. Oh, really? Well, hopefully you can think of something. Because I always like to think of what kind of goals I want to game for New Year's, and it's one of those things that I've learned that try to make it more, like, check it smaller, and then eventually it'll get better as it goes. I get off school on Tuesday, so that's nice. Oh, really? So that would be 2 days from now. But the last 2 days are just like just cleaning and watching movies in the school. Okay. Oh, you get eat candy? Sweet. I think it's because there are no more casual players in the game. The people there that are left are those people who play daily, so you are against just pros at this point. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the game at this point. I can't get my farmer. Again, I'm only sticking to this because I just want my farmer. I'll stick to it until I get my farmer, but man, it's annoying as heck. That's the for sure part. I need to figure out what's wrong with my mouse because it keeps disconnecting. So are you sure you'll get it? I only have 30 days to get it, and I have 7. I can get buy up to 7. So as long as I get to 43, at least, I'll get it. I can buy my way all the way up there. That means I'm at level 30, and so I have 13 more levels to go. I think I can still do it as long as I play it. So I'll buy the rest of the way up. I don't really care about that. I'm saving those just to buy it all the way up to the last tier.
I'm just taking whatever I can get. I don't really care if I get farmer or not.
I want farmer. That's my goal, has been since the beginning I started this game.
you just gotta have that iconic farmer.
It's just for the memes, dude.
From that episode with...
He only lasted for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. What was it, minutes?
Maybe 2.
It felt like seconds. It felt like seconds.
He's so useless, but has nice voice lines. I mean, to be honest, I'm only doing it for the meme. After I'm done with that, I'll probably play Breakers less, honestly, because Season 2 doesn't interest me too much outside of trying the new Vegeta one. But we'll see how it goes. I'll still play it every once in a while, but the only reason why I'm doing now is just to get through to the farmer. That's at least my goal.
I wonder what the next Dragon Tier 1 will be.
Don't know. Oh, and by the way, this winter sale for Steam is happening this Thursday, Will. So if you want to play the We Need to Go Deep game with James, that we can play it by... Well, I don't think this upcoming weekend, I don't think both of us are going to be really playing a lot.
Well, in my Steam wallet, I only got $1, and I don't have money to spend at this time. I don't know how long the Steam winter sale is going to go for.
Probably till January, beginning of January.
I might have the money to spend by then. Might. It all depends on exactly how much my actual SSI was increased.
Well, we'll see. But I know that I do want to try that with you and James, because it's a fun little chaotic game, personally. Also, Super Mario Galaxy 2 music. Oh, so good. But yeah, I hope everyone has a good night with their stuff. Yeah, I don't have any other plans going on. D&D is supposed to happen tomorrow, and if you guys don't know, that is technically the last D&D session I will ever have for the rest of this year. Because the week after that is Christmas, and honestly, I don't know if I'm going to be streaming on Christmas, because we're all going to be hanging out and stuff. I'll try to stream on Christmas Eve and stuff like that. YouTube late stay. Have a good one. Yeah, no worries, George. Like, I'm glad that you dropped by and said hello. I hope you're getting good rest and obviously doing well in school and everything. D as well. Thank you for dropping by and helping out. This is just like, again, one of those things. Good stream as always. Yeah, that was actually pretty fun earlier. We played Scribble.io and all that crazy stuff. For you. Yeah, it is, but it's the ones who are dedicated to playing the game more, so I'll see eventually how things play out. I still need to plan more streams. I'll celebrate Christmas Eve. Some people do, some people don't. Like, Christmas Eve is either you get it that day off or you don't, kind of thing. Freshman is our entertainment. Of course it is. I mean, I'm fine with it being people's entertainment. I'm fine with that. My problem, though, is that I might rage a little too much and complain too much, and my problem is that it sometimes might sound like a bit too petty or like too annoying and stuff like that. I know some people who actually rage is funny. I don't want to yell because I live in an apartment complex. I don't live by myself, so yelling at the top of my lungs is one thing. When you stream, oh, I might consider checking that out later. Maybe. I don't know. I always sound like myself. This is a problem with me when I hear back myself. It's like sometimes I just feel like it's not great. But that's just me listening to myself. I am always harsh on my own voice and other stuff. Like, I legit don't like a lot of things that I do after I hear it, but is what I'd say. It's really it. Oh man, Homefront is on sale? That game has an interesting story, but when it was released, it was terribly graphically low. But yeah, there's a lot of things I do and say, but it's a meh. Escape Simulator I do have, and I have been playing. I haven't touched it in a while, and I know that my buddy James, we played it. I know other people have played it, like Telly and other people. I do want to go back to it, because when I first saw it, oh man, instant play, instant buy. I enjoy actual escape room simulators. I do. And it's legit a really good, and there's some really creative things in there, even though they are kind of creepy. We love Escape Simulator, George? Oh yeah. If I can get Matt to play again on Escape Simulator, I will tell you, George, to get on and hear Matt just like complain a few things. Being customer is amazing. I'm not creative enough. I wouldn't say I'm not creative enough. I don't have the attention span to do it. Because I've learned that there's certain things that I can do attention span for a while, and others I can't. 100 times yes. Well, George, if you can help me get Matt onto streams again, then I will promise you, I will dedicate a stream to torturing Matt just for your own entertainment, George. And I'll dedicate a time, I dedicate a day, and either you get on live or you watch it afterwards. I'll dedicate the entire thing just for you. Maybe I'll do it for a birthday gift, just for you. And you literally get to pick. Like, how about this, George? If I can get Matt to agree on the time, the date, and like spending their entire time, I will let you literally pick games within the reasonably, of course, within our own pockets and everything, to pick. And if it's torture, then Matt and I will play it, whether we hate it or not. All right. So I'll give you that. I would wake up in the middle of the night just for this. Yeah, I'll legit this is a promise. I'll give to you, George, at least. So if you want to, then we gotta get Matt on this. But yeah. But no, going back on Escape Simulator, I can't really create stuff because I know I have attention span of like a goldfish. And honestly, it's probably because of my ADHD. It's very likely my ADHD. I have a bad attention span with some of my stuff. Better clip it for evidence. Alright. Clip it. Hold on. I don't know if that's gonna clip well, but we'll see. I'll send it to Matt and see how that goes. I have ADD. Oh, you have ADD? Too? Okay, I don't know if it's true, if it's ADD. I heard that ADD and ADHD have been kind of melded together. And they're kind of like, they basically put them the same, because I at least heard a report that ADD is now considered part of ADHD. It's just like, obviously there's a section of ADHD with how many other section. I mean, I've been diagnosed with ADD and ADHD, which basically just, yeah. I mean, yeah, they're very similar in a lot of cases. Like, you can basically say, I mean, I have ADHD, but it's like, my hyperactivity was when I was really younger. I lost a lot of my hyperactivity as I got older because I had to control a lot of it, but no, it's just one of those things. I could talk about it for literal hours, but I don't want to like take up some of your guys' time and stuff like that. It's just one of those kind of things you can't sit still, and others can. Yeah, I guess so. Like, I don't know much of ADHD. Have I studied much about it? I personally, no. I'm not much of a studier. If you tell me information, honestly, I will retain it, but reading it on my own, it's a bit different. Again, like I've learned methods to my madness to get me to do stuff. Like, for example, my streams, I have streamed games that I want to play because I know I couldn't always sit down to play them. Like, that's why I've been considering streaming like Xenoblade, for example. Xenoblade 3, I've been struggling to play on the consistent basis because I need to binge, or I don't have the time, or like I have to focus sometimes. And if I stream it, then I know I'll start finish. That's what I set my streams. Whatever games I put on here, I will play it from start to finish. No matter how long it takes me, I will play from start to finish. And the 100%ing is dependent on whether I do it or not. What do you think about Snow? In terms of watching it, I actually really like watching snow. Like, if I'm up in a house or like a building and watching snow fall close to the ground, like on like second or third floor, I honestly like seeing snow, especially in the morning when it's early morning. You see barely some sunlight and you just see snow falling, and you just see a perfect blanket of snow, like not touched, no holes or anything, just perfect blanket of snow, not disturbed. I think that's one of the most relaxing nature things I ever see, and I thoroughly enjoy it. Like, that's the perfect thing. Being in snow, driving in snow, not my favorite. Playing in snow, it's okay. I haven't done that in a long time, skiing and stuff like that, but it very depends on the situation. But driving in snow, oh, heck no. If you told me that I have to drive to work to snow, I'll tell you that I hate snow at that point. I absolutely hate it. I drove in snow the 1 week. Will, you remember that whole week that we had like of snow? Yeah, I drove in that one late night, and I literally drove like 20 miles on a 20 miles per hour on a freeway. Like, it's basically in kilometers for you guys, so something about like 30 kilometers or something like that. It was super slow, like half the speed limit of the regular freeway.
It's supposed to get worse.
Oh God, really? I mean,
it's supposed to. I don't know when this massive snowstorm is supposed to hit us, but it's supposed to hit us soon.
Well, luckily I work remotes. That's the good news. But I drove one time. I lost control of my car, literally local route. Luckily, no one was around me, and I was perfectly driving slow, so I was able to get back on my drive. And I was driving to my dad's place, downhill. It was bad. Like, telling me to drive in snow, No, I'm not driving in snow. I don't like driving in snow. I literally stream games because I know I won't play them otherwise. You know what? I can respect that. I absolutely respect that. Because I do the exact same thing. I play games that I know didn't want to play too much. Like, I know that, for example, what was it? Superman 64 was a big one. I know there's other games. I have other games I have to request. I put one of Mike's requests, like Sonic Heroes, off for a while, which is why I've been trying to get back into figuring out when I can start playing games, single player games again. In the whole Christmas week, I'm off. I might consider streaming a lot more during that time because I will have a lot and just get through a lot of them. Great game. I'll die in that belief. You know what, D? I respect that.
There's nothing really big for the Christmas event in SWTOR, so it's like there's just
snowballs, dude.
Yeah, I mean you're just throwing them at overheated droids and they drop these snow-covered parcels, and the prizes there's not really anything, and some of them are bugged where they say you don't have the requirements to claim this item even though you do. As I tried claiming a lightsaber for one of my characters who is a Jedi, and it's not giving me the lightsaber when I had the.
Makes sense.
Actually, I had over 40 of the parcels. It's like, I can use this lightsaber. Give me the big thing. Give me the freaking lightsaber, and it's not giving it to me. It's saying I don't have the requirements for it.
So we had negative 0.4 degrees Fahrenheit the other day. So yeah. Wow, that is cold.
That's way below my threshold.
Okay, George, do you like actually snow? Like, I never got to hear your thoughts about it. Or D, what do you like about? Do you like snow, or do you like or are you one of those people that just like hate the cold and winter? Again, like this is like personal opinions, no judging here. I just like am curious to see like. My personal thing with snow, I do like snow, and I would generally miss it if I had to move away from it. I don't like the cold. Yeah, no. I mean, cold is iffy for me, because it's like, I'm mostly fine with cold. I don't get cold a whole lot as long as I'm inside. And I don't genuinely, like, go outside when it's, like, snowing and super cold all the time. So it's like, it's mostly fine. At least for me.
I love the cold. I thrive in it. Except there's a certain point where I no longer thrive. I'm just in pain. Pretty much anything below 59 degrees and then I'm in pain. What?
What?
I really feel like you were just giving me the judgment stare.
No, I was focusing on fixing something on my like wireless headset because it's like batteries and stuff.
The one thing I don't like with the snow that worries me is the 1 year I lived over here before I moved to Idaho. Literally, there was like a layer of snow, layer of ice, layer of snow, and like things were everywhere. There's concrete and plants. Everything was frozen over, and we lost power for like 2 weeks. And schools were without power for even longer, and yet they still forced us to go to school with no heat.
Sounds typical.
Yeah, that was not pleasant. Many parents went, nope, screw this, we're keeping you home.
I like snow as long as it isn't above freezing temperature, because I just cry. You know, that's fine by me, because black snow driving is like, if I have to drive in heavy snow, it's great, because I have excuse not to go to work. You know what? That's good. There's been a lot of days when my body has been numb and cold, and honestly, it's almost nice. I'll allow that. Max, you may be a secret masochist.
I'd love to live in a place where it snows each year.
Why about just move to Alaska?
No, thank you. I will not deal with the 30 days of night.
You said that's if snow, like there's Iceland and stuff like that.
Not. Yeah, but there's things I will not deal with. I have lines I will never cross.
You know what I learned recently? I was watching some like insider videos or videos like just exploring the land, and how there is a isolated area in Alaska that is strictly that is so strictly isolated from the entire world that you have to go through a tunnel made by them, and their entire town is literally within an apartment complex, just one giant apartment complex. And there's another one that is like so far up in Alaska that like the furthest up north you can go in Alaska, and their town is always snowing almost literally 200 like I think every like 200 days or something like that in the world. And they're so isolated that they have to have things flown to them, and this causes like pricing on their foods to be like literally what was it, like a bag of gummy worms will, right? At a grocery store here, it would cost like a few bucks, right? A few dollars. At there, it's like, freaking like 18 bucks sometimes.
Oh,
It's because flying is so expensive and it's hard to come by and all that stuff. But it actually is a stable lifestyle there because they have oil there. But there's also like oil and gas and stuff like that. But it's hard to deal with at the moment because it's like we're trying to go to renewable energy. So that town is slowly it's gonna lose its only resource to people living up there.
yeah. So I'm not gonna pay no 18 sums for freaking a bag of gummy worms.
Maybe oh, are you talking about Witter? Maybe. I forget the town name. I watch videos like this. Like, George, you understand this. I watch it. Heck, I freaking watched a bunch of videos at like 2, 3 in the morning about cheese. Freaking cheese of all things. I was watching a bunch of you guys. Oh, Witter in California? No. That can't be California. It's Alaska. Unless there's Alaska. Oh, wait, there's Alaska one. Oh, wait, is this the isolated one? Is this the one that I'm thinking of in the isolated apartment complex?
Was it different?
Yeah, that's one of them.
This was different types of cheeses you were watching, right?
Yeah, not just one video. It was like Parmesan, mozzarella, Gouda.
I could never look at mozzarella the same ever again.
Why?
I had to clean mozzarella vats.
Interesting.
I got to see exactly how mozzarella is made and what it looks like before it becomes the actual cheese, and it's not milk.
Well, yeah. I'm like if you really think about it, cheese as a whole was a concept because someone left a bunch of dairy products, or at least a bag of the dairy milk, in a cave for a long period of time, forgot about it, came back and said, "Ooh, this looks interesting. Oh, I think I can age just a little bit more."
No, after seeing that, I'll still eat mozzarella cheese. I just can't look at it the same ever again.
Yeah, it's kind of the same. Like higher up in Sweden, the groceries were so much more expensive. My brother was a skiing instructor up north, and he was asking us to come with like food and snacks. Wait, like, okay, I'm grateful where I live because I live in Washington near Seattle, where the gas prices are not as bad as like other places, because gas in like I heard like an Oregon town from Mike, my roommate and Will's friend, he mentioned that there's a gas prices, to give you a brief idea, used to be like $3. Some of the more expensive gases used to be $3 in Washington like 3 years ago. Now it's closer to $4, $5 now for some of the higher end, lower end gas now. And that just bumped up in prices. To give you an idea, the Oregon place that he's heard from a friend had gas prices up in the $10 range. And then that's high in our currency for gas. And it's like, when you really think about it, like the travel time where we live to get to like oils and gas and stuff for cars and stuff, my god, we're kind of lucky where we live, Will.
Yeah.
Again, like, you would kind of think the norm if we lived in a place like, as I said, the other place that had like the $18 gummy worms. You'll be used to that personally.
I'd be learning how to make my own gummy worms at that point.
I mean, would you though, or would you like get used to the whole lifestyle?
Yeah, I'd be actually looking into how to make my own gummy worms just to save me just a few bucks. I'm sorry, I'm not paying that price for that. That's just how I am.
I mean, it's also the fact that, again, like, where you live, because if the bunch of people live a culture like this. Heck, Alaska people, some people in Alaska have to drive 2 hours to the nearest grocery store to get their foods and products. At times. And they sometimes don't do it. They have to plan ahead. Make sure that they don't miss it.
I almost actually had to move to Alaska. Almost.
Would you have enjoyed it there?
I don't know exactly which part of Alaska we would have moved to, but I don't know. Would have been I probably wouldn't have some of the things I have now.
That's true.
Actually, I probably would, because my mom's one ex, what he would have had me been doing was working on a fishing boat.
Get them an Alaskan salmon.
What he was actually going to have me, and then working on just rotating each different fishing boats each freaking year, with the seasons.
I've honestly been learning a lot about fish too, with like lobsters and stuff. I know seafood's not for everybody, but honestly, I still like seafood, and the ways people go for seafood and stuff is interesting. Like, heck, there's some foods that are literally like bird spit that go for millions of dollars just because of how culturally they are.
There are certain seafoods ones I will not.
Umami?
I will not eat clams or oysters.
Even cooked?
Not even cooked.
Okay. I can't. I had a heck of good. I don't like raw oysters or clams. I cook clams and soup is okay for me, but really heckin' good one I had with my ex one time was at a farmer's market where this person grilled oysters on a grill, put them on garlic butter coating on it, and it was like, oh, so good.
I just can't stand the texture of the clams and oysters.
I mean, that makes sense.
I've had calamari, and it's not bad.
I tried making synthetic fuel when the gas prices went up, so I can save on petrol. Turns out it's easy to make. The problem is creating an energy that can run it properly. Oh, interesting. I mean, I don't know.
I always go for shrimp and crab.
The only issue with crab is that it's just hard to eat out of their shells without like proper cutting and whatnot. And I just always find that annoying with all the little shells coming in.
Yeah, if I can't get any crab legs or any actual crab, I will go for the imitation crab. But the imitation crab, I will actually be honest, it's a hit or miss, depending.
Yeah, no, I get that.
There's some good, and other times you'll just get this one that just does not taste right.
I mean, there's always those type of food. No matter what food you get, no food is perfect.
I mean, before I actually had no problem eating dark chocolate, but now it just does not taste right anymore. There's other things that just don't taste right.
Dark chocolate, I don't like bitter and stuff, but since shells just extra calcium, if you were to grind them up, because here's the thing about shells is like same thing with eggshells, they're good on extra calcium, but the fact of the matter is most people wouldn't want to eat those shells. They're too hardy and it hurts the teeth sometimes. And there's also the fact that if you don't grind them up enough, there's a decent chance that some of the spikes and stuff like that, or like little hard shells, goes down your throat and can cut it. Remember, your throat is still pretty weak to a lot of things. So it's best to grind it up, because I remember watching a cooking channel, cooking episode on the Food Channel network, that basically someone used used eggshells, cleaned them up, crushed them, grinded, like blended them up, put them in the oven to cook them, and they became fine powder. And I say that that's really good use of like making up all your like resources. But I do agree with people, like that's a lot of effort for eggshells that barely are probably going to be used. Calcium is good. It's just that there's no great way to grind up shells or like anything efficiently enough and in a timely manner to utilize them, is what I say is a problem with.
I've even had crawdads before.
Really?
Yep, they are actually not. They're not that bad. And oddly, yes, when you if you put them in there, and I did not know that they would actually make this sound. It does sound like they're screaming when you cook them.
That's what I heard. Yeah, I never actually tried it. No.
They're not actually really screaming. It's just all the air inside them escaping out of their shell that's cracking, and it really sounds like it's screaming.
Yeah, but I think the most humane way, which I agree with when it comes to those types of food, whether it be eels, seafood like fish and stuff like that, just kill them quickly. Like,
yes,
cut the head and stuff like that.
I was cooking them dead. They're not good. They're not alive.
Yeah, because
it's just the shell. What's inside? It's just there's air pockets inside that the shell cracks and the air's escape, and it sounds like they're screaming, like they're still alive and screaming. That's what it sounds like. So it's like, oh my god, that is creepy.
Yeah, I never cook with any of those stuff, and honestly, if I were to cook any meat, I would usually like it pre-killed. Like, I don't like cutting up my own meat. I don't like getting meat that or anything that I want to eat already alive. I would rather have it already dead, fresh, and then I can just do all the other cooking. I'm not the biggest fan with handling a lot of blood. I'm a little queasy on that.
Yeah, in Gooding, Idaho, neighbor gave us some fish for our dinner one night, and lo and behold, the fish was still alive. Yeah, my mom was too freaking squeamish to do the deed, and my brothers didn't know what the heck they were doing, so I had to do it. That was fun. Freaking had to take a freaking mallet to the dead heads. Well, a mallet-like object.
The only thing I kill myself are lobsters, because the butcher for me sometimes does do a humane doesn't mean kill, so I do it myself. Doesn't. Yeah, no, like lobsters at the very least I know that are easy to quick kill. It's like I know like people just quickly just put them in. It's like I know that we're gonna eat them, but I'd rather have people have a quick kill. Like I think creatures have quick kills rather than torture them to the end. So that's why that. Shouldn't you go to do bed soon? Like IDK is higher right now.
It's like 2:22.
Yeah, it's only 2:22 a.m. I should go to bed relatively soon, but in these cases, George, I always like talking. Like I don't mind staying up for a little bit because I can just go on with stuff.
Yeah, I only go for really the lobster tails that I can find in the store. I don't get the actual whole lobster.
Cooking the whole lobster is one thing, yeah, it's issue.
I refuse to get the whole lobster because I'm afraid I'm going to buy a whole lobster and find out that, oh, it's not dead, it's still alive, and I'll have no idea what the heck I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, I just thought time zone. No worries, George, and I do appreciate you actually watching out for me. I mean, again,
Yeah.
this is one thing like I hate about time zones. It's good that we can see each other at different times. Some in the case where one person may be usually busy at this time, but you guys are getting up, you're free, or it's like near the end of the day, stuff like that. But time zones also hurt because when it gets to the times of hours where we usually are free or doing stuff, a person going to bed, or they have to go to bed early, or blah blah blah. Like Japan and Australia time when I stream are like perfect sync ups on the weekends. Like as long as we plan it out on the day before. But when it comes to like Europe, your guys' times, it's hard to sync it up. And I know I could stream earlier, but it's also a difficulty in my time because I usually take some time to get ready for streams and I have other stuff I planned during that time. I could stream later, but then it messes up my sleep schedule. Like it's one of those like issues. I wish there was an easier time to just like sync up a lot of time zones together, but it's just hard. Can someone invent time traveling?
I feel like there is like a place where you can sort of, kind of, in a way, time travel.
What would that be?
I mean, you're not really time traveling. It just, you stand in one spot. You'll be like, you're on this day. You step into another spot, literally not that far from me. Like,
oh, are you talking about the Alaska island versus the Russia island that are like miles?
I don't know. They're like literally. It's like you're just like standing right in this one spot. You take one step here. It's like this one time, and on this one day, then you step right here. It's this other time, and now you're like 2 or 3 days ahead, or something like that.
I think that
time traveled.
I think that is the Russia and Alaskan, because like there's literally an island, 2 islands there that are cut off based on the border from a U.S. and Russia, and they are. And when it gets cold, you can literally just walk to the other island because it's only a few miles away.
And you can literally just time travel.
Yeah. Did you buy anything for the Epic Game Store sales? No. I actually don't usually buy stuff on the Epic Game Store a lot of times partly because like I'm not the biggest fan of what Epic does with their game store in terms of like buying so many exclusives or like telling like basically just fight against Steam. Like I know it's a competition, but there's like how Epic was doing with a lot of cases with their businesses, and they're just doing a lot of money making. I'm not the biggest on Epic's decision making. I have Epic. I had to get Epic because when I got my PC, I got a free game, and I just did it. And I've been getting the free games. I rarely buy anything.
I don't have Epic.
But I like free stuff. I mean, yeah, I get free stuff, but I just have it. I know exactly what you mean. Oh, so you know exactly what I'm talking about, George. But yeah, the Epic Game Store in itself, like Epic itself is like, it used to be a decent one. I liked them when they played Gears of War. But now they're more of like Fortnite. And it's like, until there's a free game every day until the end of the year. Yeah, I'm getting them. Some of them are already repeats for me. Some games I care about, some games I don't. I do have Epic Game Store because I also have the Unreal Engine, which is another thing that I want to work with, but I have it installed, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna still dedicate time to it because I have my other stuff I want to do first. I mean, there's like a lot of games I want to play too. I want to play my Pokemon game. I want to play my Xenoblade game. I need to finish up my Banjo game on stream, then Explorers of Sky, and then I have to start up Ace Attorney, Great Ace Attorney, and I need to dedicate a lot of consistent days for that.
You got a list of.
I mean, I do have a whole week off at the end of this month. So what I could do is just do a marathon of streams per se at random hours outside of my regular hour streams and just do all that. Like it's
start streaming on Monday and just go on until Sunday nonstop. You don't end your stream at all until Sunday.
Oh, I am not doing that, Will. I am not doing some kind of weird subathon stream. Like, here's the thing.
I've been noticing people, but there's been a lot of that lately. What is going on with that?
Extra money to give them people for the holidays, blah blah blah, and also like content creation as a whole, getting money from it is tough nowadays. Like, unless you made it big already, kind of like how Markiplier and other big YouTubers are or content creators are, like it's hard to make money in content creation. And when it's your actual job, you need consistent content. You need to make sure it's good all the time, and it's just hard. I wish I started early too, because I know I could have been like a big content creator if I just did not say like I wanted actual good quality stuff. I just submitted whatever I got. I might have just made some stuff, but nah, I've started too late on my end. I'm one of those people who started late on my era. Markiplier is good. He's a good guy, and I wish I could talk to him. I met him a couple times, but no, outside of that, I've never actually talked to him.
Never got to Tim.
Mm-hmm.
I did get to donate to one of his charity streams before. It was what was Christmas streams. It was oh God, I can't remember which year it was. I was going to try to get a Tiny Box Tim freaking plushie, but I couldn't get into the dang website. And during that time, so it's like, you know what, fine, if it won't let me in there, then I'm going to go donate this money instead.
Ha.
I was given permission to do it, so it's like, fine, I'll go use this point. I'm going to buy me a Tiny Box Tim plushie. It won't let me in. I kept refreshing and refreshing. It's like, fine, then I'm just going to donate it. Plushie, damn it. I'm still on the hunt for
Yeah, I mean, if I ever do a long stream like that, it has to be a charity stream. I am not doing a long stream, like multiple day streams, without planning it out. Yeah. Dedicating time to it, and also have enough people on there to take over when I'm not available. Like, I want my stream to be like that kind of stream to be a very special stream, a stream that I can get people to plan like months, even a year ahead for it. And also, it has to be charity.
That's another kind of stream I've been hearing people do, sleep stream.
I'm not making people come onto my stream randomly and watch while I stream. Like, that's like literally having people invite to your bedroom and literally just stare at you sleeping. And it's like, heck no.
I'm trying to find out what's the fascination of sleep streams. It's creepy.
I mean, there's also people who like, oh, I read like some funny tweet, because there's a lot of people who just like, oh, want like to see as a woman's bare chest or something like that, right? I saw this one, and it's actually legit funny, Will. There was one person who this person straight out call them out in their DMs being like, hey, my sister wants to know your exact like breast size, so can you take a bare pictures of everything and just send it to me so I can just get the accurate all that stuff. And it was like one of those like funniest. It was like, okay, this guy's try-harding really hard. And then in the thread I just see like literally a bunch of people making like not only just straight up like copies of that, they were actually trying to play off that it's like, oh yeah, I'm the sister, or like, hey, I also know that sister, can I have that, like, can I have that too? Or just like people just straight up being like, hey, I just want to see your chest, I'm sorry. Like it was some of the funniest interactions I've seen of like people just being like taking a joke as far as they can. Obviously they didn't take it too far from what I saw.
They didn't take it too far.
I mean, they probably were. She didn't show every single one, but it was one of those, like, it's funny.
Okay. Still, I would not want to have people watch me sleep.
Yeah, I would not want people to watch me sleep at all.
It's creepy. I mean, it was bad enough that at the hospital when my daughter was being born, that my ex was staring at me while I was trying to sleep. And I was being forced to take a nap. I did not get to take a nap. I was up for 24 hours. Actually, not 24, it was 48 hours. Yeah, never again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't do a 24-hour, 48-hour stream. I can try to participate in one and just tap out at some point.
That's true. Yeah, I'm like having someone sleep and watching them sleep. Like, I get streams where it's in TOS and stuff like that, where the streamer has to be part of it, which is slightly weird, but at the same time okay. Because like technically you just have to have somebody on screen, right? Then just like have someone switch over, like switch the stream to someone else streaming from like Australia, Europe, or something like that, like different part of the country, and then switch it over to the person when it's like nighttime or something like that. Just have drawn an image of you sleeping, and then you've got a sleeping stream.
You could be a VTuber and just do
like
that.
Just have an image of, I don't know if that's still breaking TOS technically, because PNG it's not actually showcasing the person on stream. I mean, that's getting into the gray area, because technically I am not even on camera. I don't know.
It's just somebody doing a sleep stream and they're VTuber and they're just at their VTuber character.
I honestly don't know the TOS. Like, it has to be like, this is seriously a gray area right there, because VTubing is like a thing and all that. I don't know. It's seriously a gray area. It's like technically you're not allowed to.
I mean, it's a VTuber that I watched too, and I was like, okay, I saw the notification, like, oh, they're streaming. Okay, let's go see what they're doing. What the heck? Why are they sleeping? What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Then see people saying that it's a sleep stream. It's like, what the fuck? What the heck is a sleep stream? What the heck is going on?
Mm-hmm.
And I just walked away, and the next thing you know, I'm getting all these other notifications of some VTubers that I watched. And I was like, okay. See, it's like, they're sleeping. What's with these sleep streams? What now? It's so creepy. Oh no, I think there's one who was asleep in a freaking hot tub instead of a bathtub.
Sleeping
They got like a hot tub. They had like a hot tub background, and they were asleep like in the hot tub.
Seriously? Oh my god.
Bathing suit and in the hot tub on Twitch.
Yeah.
They did not even get banned or anything with that, and that's like, what the heck?
Again, that's privilege right there. Like, I know Twitch,
Yes.
like, I know Twitch is straight up like, if you make Twitch a lot of money, they will try to be very lenient with whatever you're doing. But if you're a small streamer not making much money, they will straight up get at you and be like double-edged sword on you.
Yeah.
Like not like double standards basically. Yeah.
Make them a lot of money, they look the other way. Don't make them a lot of money, they bring down the hammer.
Literally, it's straight up bullcrap. Every person should have no matter how big you are, should get the same consequences. Like, don't, if you change the rules for one person, change the rules for everybody. Don't change the rules for just one person. And I know I'm talking about, like, I know I'm talking bad about Twitch right now, but seriously, a lot of people have talked bad about Twitch on Twitch themselves. Like, at this point, like, it has to be said.
I haven't streamed in I don't know how long. I've lost track.
Probably like over a year.
Yeah. And I got OBS put on this laptop, but I had to bring it back because there's things that it wouldn't let me put onto it.
Yeah, sleeping in the hot tub is also a it's a risk. It's both.
So
it's a risk for like getting drowning, and also like your body gets pruned up the longer you stay in water.
I mean, it's just like a hot tub background, and the VTube character's just in the hot tub. It's like, the heck. It's like, I don't want to know. Yeah, I've already used my Prime sub for the month, and it was not on me.
Use your money on me. I need to get paid the $60 I'm getting now from Twitch.
I wasn't. You didn't get Jeff Bezos money.
I only get like $50 now for each Twitch because I don't have that many subscribers, nor that I'm asking for it. It's just like, it's one of those funny things that
you didn't get Jeff Bezos money this month. Somebody else got it.
Of course. Just use your credit card or something like that every month. Give me $5.
I am not setting up for a credit card.
Take your mother's credit card, like all those kids do.
It's definitely not happening. I want to live.
I want to live. It's alive. It's alive.
It's not just my mother that'll come after me, it's sister and other things. I really want to.
Well, you're not one of those like dangerous kids that will steal their parents' credit card and spend like spend like $80 on like WoW or something.
Oh hell no, I ain't that crazy.
Dude, I legit never did that with my parents, but I legit never thought that that would actually happen as a kid. Like, I heard stories of that.
You'd be crazy enough to sneak out to go to a friend's house, or be crazy enough to sneak a girl into my home, but not crazy enough to freaking steal from my parents.
It is.
I actually had my ex come over to, well, at the time she wasn't my ex, but she came over to my home when nobody else was home but me.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually for an entire week. It was just me home for an entire week. Nobody else was home. I was house sitting for a week. And of course, that's when I was living in Gooding, Idaho, and we had a tornado warning, and that's when I first realized that people in Gooding, Idaho are crazy. Get a freaking tornado warning, and everybody comes outside in lawn chairs and sitting out on their lawn watching the sky.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's like, are you all fucking nuts? Tornado warning. You don't go outside and sit in your lawn chair with freaking iced tea and whatever else have you. Eating popcorn and staring at the sky, going, "Oh look, there it goes. It's right there."
No worries. I will catch you later. I'm gonna end it off. Then, it's about time I have to end it off anyway. So there is that. Anyway, thanks for the chit chats. Thank you, D, for the game, like telling me hi, tips and stuff like that. I appreciate it. See you in another stream for sure. I still have you on my shoutouts list, Will.
I mean, there's still stuff on my in there that people can sort of go back and watch.
Yeah.
I think there should still be stuff. I mean, I could just stream from my PS4.
This be true.
That's how our internet is now. After getting a new modem.
Well, George, I hope you get the whoopsie. I just rated myself. I hope you get some good rest of your day for sure. I do need to get going because I need to get ready for tomorrow because I'm most likely gonna go visit my brother, at least say hi to him because he just came back today, or I say yesterday, and I wanted to at least say hi to him because I'm gonna do some stuff, but I have D&D in the evening, so again, that's gonna be our last D&D session for the rest of the year. There's no D&D session gonna be on Christmas and all that. So I hope everyone has a good rest of your day. Everyone has a good rest of your night, and everyone, I'll get you another stream. It'll be mine or someone else's. Please take it easy, and obviously stay safe. Like really, just don't do anything too crazy. And obviously, if you're sick with COVID or whatnot, I hope you recover soon. Like especially with D and stuff like that. Oh, I hope you have fun with him. Yeah, go and do your thing. Yeah, for sure, George. Anyway, you take care, and everyone take it easy. Let's see, and I'll catch you guys in the stream. Bye.